Hello, class. My name is Dylan Henderson, and today we're going to talk about my benchmark Southwest Transit choices for who's going to be joining the group, as well as a few other things such as stakeholder value, conscious capitalism, and a few more. So my four members that I chose were Elizabeth, William, Caitlin, and Tiffany for multiple different reasons. First of all, Elizabeth, she's an all-around exceptional employee. Also, according to her profile, she's very detail-oriented and she can maintain quality work while meeting deadlines. Next, we had William. According to his profile, he's very knowledgeable in his field. Also, he does not mind working in a team capacity, which I thought was very important, taking on a last-minute project. Caitlin works extremely well under pressure, and even though she might not care for the project the most, she will commit herself to getting it done. Lastly, we have Tiffany. She's very punctual, so she will meet deadlines, as well as she does not care to cause conflict in the group, which is important as well. The selection process wasn't actually as difficult as I thought it was going to be. Elizabeth and William were the easiest two choices for me. I didn't see many weaknesses according to their profiles. After I chose those two, when looking at the last four, the biggest deciding factor for me was who was going to be able to work well in a group. I knew all these people had a pretty good knowledge of the field, so I wanted to pair Elizabeth and William with two other people who I felt were not going to cause any problems in the group. We're going to be able to get the task done. And off of that reasoning, Caitlin and Tiffany were the best two options. Initially, we had Bob and Doug in the group. However, they don't really care for working in a group capacity. So I figured it was best to leave them out of this. Some of the strengths of the team include, like I said previously, they're all very knowledgeable in their field. That's extremely important when they're working on a time-sensitive project, so they don't have to spend as much time researching. All members do not mind working in a collaborative fashion with their peers. Anytime you get a group that doesn't mind working in a group sense, it always makes the project easier on everybody. Lastly, each group member is known for turning in acceptable work on time. Being able to rely on the group to turn in an acceptable job in the time-sensitive project is extremely critical. Some of the weaknesses that I highlighted after reading the member profiles. Some of the members may not be completely invested in the project. According to the profiles, Tiffany doesn't always invest herself in a project she does not care about. However, she will turn in acceptable work, which I thought was pretty important. The team may not go above and beyond what they're asked to do. Tiffany and Caitlin always turn in acceptable work. However, they usually do not put in any extra effort. And lastly, if there is conflict, it can cause some of the group members to shut down. Tiffany and William, for instance, prefer to avoid conflict and will often stop sharing to end the conflict as soon as possible. Some effective motivational theories that I think the group can use to get through this. There's a whole bunch of them. There's many different factors that can contribute to motivational levels. Salaries, lack of career growth, unproductive work environments. All these can be a major factor according to Beloy and his peers. Also, one way to improve motivational levels within a group is by using the expectancy theory. And according to our textbook, Griffin states that the expectancy theory aims to keep motivation high by incentivizing the task. By incentivizing the task for the group, you're motivating the employees to put forth their best effort so they can receive the reward when they're finished. Another thing that is important in working with a group is effective conflict resolution strategies. One possible conflict that may arise during the project is that the group may disagree on how to go about completing the project. One effective conflict resolution strategy that can be incorporated to reduce this potential conflict is the idea of collaboration. According to our textbook, Griffin states that collaboration is a conflict management style that's goal is to give all parties a voice while everyone gets their desired outcome. By giving everyone a voice in how the project is completed, it will allow for more dialogue during the project rather than conflict. There are also a few leadership strategies that I felt were necessary to highlight. It's always hard getting employees to work towards a common vision and work together for the success of a group. Many times this is due to the different thought processes between members. Most members will have different ways of going about projects, maybe even different information that needs to be portrayed. One effective leadership strategy that can be implemented to help with this is the transformational leadership theory. According to Effelsberg and his peers, the transformational leadership theory influences team members to think about the group rather than themselves, and in return, it helps guide them to a successful outcome of the project. If you can get all of the team members to buy into the we rather than me attitude, the team can work better together to achieve the goals. Embodiment of conscious capitalism. The 4 characteristics that make conscious capitalism business structures are higher purpose, stakeholder integration, conscious leadership, and caring culture. When looking at the 4 members that are taking on the project, I see a couple of different ways that they embody the conscious capitalism structure. First and foremost, they are buying into the company's success rather than their personal interests. What I mean by that is no one wants to take on a last-minute project. However, by taking it on with little complaint and finishing it with acceptable work, you are definitely showing a higher purpose for the company rather than yourself. Stakeholder value plus team impact. I believe stakeholder value is created through profits within the business. If the company is doing well, as they expect to with the release of the new planes, as well as the marketing ad, value for each stockholder in the company will go up. Furthermore, the team will impact the company by possibly creating profits in business through their promotion of the new plane they are releasing. If the team does an exceptional job on the project, the company should expect a good launch of the new product. And there's my references. And thank you so much. I appreciate you watching. Please let me know if you have any questions.